Hey there, Heather Hurlers. Jeff Cutter Diamond welcoming you to Week 8 of the NCAA Legends League season for real. So we have for ourselves all these teams, all these matchups, and all that. Only a pair of them are there. Look at the summary. As of right now, there were a few games that have been over. Yeah, but you have two undefeated teams, the 44 Army squad and the 1924 Notre Dame squad. Both 7-0 and undefeated, trying to if they both make it through undefeated, then that'd be the de facto national championship game is Army and Notre Dame. You got plenty of teams with one loss and two losses making strides. So we're gonna go to the Mountain West. We're gonna go to 66 Notre Dame versus 85 Air Force to start this game. The 66 squad that controversially won the national title at the time, Michigan State. Air Force domestic there. Terry Henry, your quarterback, Rocky Blyer, future school. Bob Haggerty, running back, Jim Seymour, Brian Sager, Trent Petrol. Paul Seifert, Big Swatland, George Gradicke, Tom Bregner, Bob Kuchenberg, future Dolphin. Offensive right, Air Force defensive right, Steve Spurlick, Sigler Chime Innings, future Cowboy, Clark, Pat Runklowski, Terry Back, Mike Taylor are your linebackers. Scott Thomas, Tom Hotel, Brian Wilson, and AJ Scott, Larry Brewer, defensive backs. Oh, sorry. Sigler picked it up for Air Force, so the Air Force now up about the 11-yard line, so that's a big play. Big play by Air Force. Mark Wisen, quarterback, Johnny Smith, Pat Evans, and Mark Manafort are your running backs. Who covered their Ron Bryant are your receivers. Offensive line, Craig Everson, Steve Hendrickson, Rusty Wilson, Joe Mose, and Dave Sutton. Their names defensive line is Tom Rhodes, Kevin Hardy, Pete Duranko, and Alan Page, future Viking. Jim Lynch, Dave Martin, and John Kirby, your linebackers, Jim Smithberger, Tom Schoen, Tom Quick, and Tom O'Leary, your defensive back. Lots of Toms. 1 yard. The 66 Irish will go to 7-1. 85 Air Force. Well, if you win 6 games out of 11, you are deemed bowl eligible and can play in bowl games later on in December and January. And we will cover for you. On defense. Box scoring for Air Force twice, 5 for 15, 88 yards of touchdown pick. Hey, ready, 8 for 17, 104. 3-4 interceptions, but they still won the game somehow. Ready touchdown run. I returned my show for a touchdown, 21-3. Seager had a pick 6 for Air Force, but they couldn't go back. Let's go to the Big 12. Big 12. Nebraska, Texas, and mighty fight matchup. We can find it. There we are. 83 Nebraska versus 77 Texas. Here we go. They're trying to win. 77 Texas trying to become eligible with their 6th win. A 3-team winning national championship. Almost won national championship. They basically blew out their team opponents with like 50-point outbursts, but the Hurricanes beat them in that famous Orange Bowl. The 77 Longhorns won the national championship basically due to the fact that lots of teams fell in the chance in 1978 to win their game. Oklahoma, I can't remember. I think Notre Dame also fell flat. The Michigan fell flat to try to win the national championship. So anyway, Peter Gill at quarterback, future coach of the Buffalo Bulls, Mike Lucier, pretty good running back for Mark Shallen. Irving Fire, future Patriot at Eagle, among others, Ricky Simmons and Monty Edmondson receivers. Offensive line, Mark Baring, Dean Steinkuhler, the guy from Risky. Mark Tradetz, Harry Grimcher, and Scott Railden. Texas is defensive line. Tim Campbell, Steve Michael, who got into the Hall of Fame. I did a birthday boy thing on him. Except when I was playing out Brad Shearer and Henry Runs. Well, Michael Future there. Lance Taylor, Morgan Copeland, Matthew Barney, your linebackers. Derek Hatchett, Glenn Blackwood, Future Dolphin, Johnny Johnson, and Rick P. Churchman. Very short.
Offense.
That's one delay concerned with Gill.
First down.
'Quarterback? Earl Campbell, the future Oiler, and legendary Cam Jones and Lamb Jones. Johnny Lamb Jones, who receiver with Albert Jackson and Bill Harris. George James, Rick Ingraham, Wes Huber, Jim Yarbrough, Dave Sutter, defensive line. Defensive line, Scott Strasburger, Mike Trammer, Ron Stuckey, Bill Weber. Mark Dale, Mike Knox, and Sheen are your linebackers. Neil Harris, Kurt Cart, Mike McCashin, and Dave Parker, your defensive backs.
Offense. Nebraska trying to make this game happen. First down, so Texas has no timeouts. Nebraska Mike Lucier, 138, touchdown. Earl Campbell, 153 himself. So basically, it was about the losses, if you will. Mike Catherine, 7 for 18, 145, 3 touchdowns still on 7 completions. Gill, 8 for 15, 122 and a touchdown. Now, these teams really don't like each other. These teams combined for 7 touchdowns, no field goals. Nebraska catching. And now let's go to killing race. Are they in the Sun Belt? Yeah, the Sun Belt. Alright, Sun Belt. Army in Miami, Florida. Army in Miami. Yep, one of the 2 undefeated teams, 44 Army, will take on 2000 Miami.
Actually, we're gonna hold on that one. Yeah, we'll hold that one. Yeah, we'll make that one last. We'll make that one last. Okay, let's go to the map. Bowling Green in Oklahoma. Yeah, let's go to Bowling Green, Oklahoma. Bowling Green 2-5 against the 74 Sooners. Steve Davis, not the pro player, but the quarterback for Oklahoma in the 74 team. Future Baltimore coach Joe Washington with Jim Lozano's Pete Cutler, Peter Owens, and Bill Brooks. Catch the ball. Greg Farr, John Rush, Kyle Davis, Terry Weather, Jerry Arnold on the offensive line. Bowling Green's defensive line. They don't like that Nate on the line. So yeah, Bowling Green, the best team in 2004. The 74 Sooners. They won national title. Yeah, they did win national title. Back-to-back national titles with the Salmon Brothers. I did a birthday boy on New Orleans Salad. Yeah, it's like, what's Oklahoma doing in the back? Well, there are schools that didn't have good enough programs. Like, even if above 500 or something. In the seasons I did have. Like, I know past 2010, there's nothing there. I should have had something. But the fact of the matter is that Central Oklahoma was looking for a home, and we couldn't do it. 7 yards by Washington. That's for Tao. At least they weren't shut out. So Oklahoma will go to 7-1, trying to get somewhere. Bowling Green will lose number 6. That means they are. Davis 4 for 8 passing the ball, touchdown to Owens. Jacobs 18 for 38, 217 for a pick. And Oklahoma ran that ball. John Squeezum will pair for those. He played for Bowling Green. And he's a Canadian. It was actually 7-6 at one point. 14-9, but they ran out of time. Yeah, Army Miami's the last one because Army's still undefeated. Let's go to Ncaa in South Florida. Let's head to South Florida right now. South Florida. Right, we got Ncaa, South Florida. So South Florida's good. I get quarterback for the 09 Bearcats. 07 South Florida with the big shots. And that big 07 season. Jacob Ramsey, running back. 3 wide receivers. Marty Gillard, Armin Venus, and DJ Woods. Ben your tight end. Jeff Linkenbach, Alex Hoffman, Chris Jerk, Jason Kelsey. Yes, that Jason Kelsey, the Travis Kelsey's brother. And on that team, no Griffin's cause was playing. South Florida's defensive line, they just don't want to add numbers. I don't know why. Anyway, they can be left to the 500 and at least get a shot at a golden.
First down. Pass interference. Defense.
Oh, that was Sean. Mark down. Scored, so we go quickly to the 2-minute warning. 7-10, 20-25. South Florida's keeping it real. One for it. Maybe we get a playoff where South Florida is not going to the playoffs. If they keep the job of Jared Hudson, South Florida's lost 3 kids since he's won from straight. Top score? Or if they 2-8 yards of touchdown hit. So yeah, South Florida hung around for a while, but it ended up losing. So let's head to Wisconsin for Michigan, Wisconsin. In the Big Ten, 47 Michigan would love to get 6 wins and clinch a spot in the Big Ten. Quarterback for the 47 Wolverines who crushed their opponents in the Rose Bowl that year. 93 Wisconsin because looked good. I could have won with the 2010 team. I think that went to the Rose Bowl. I should have. But I think the 93 team. Yeah, 93 Wisconsin went to the Rose Bowl, didn't they? And won? I don't remember. Anyway, Ncaa, Jack Weisberg, Bob Elliott, Pete Elliott, great running back brothers. Dick Reichenberg and Art Wasinski are your ends. Offensive line, Bruce Wilkie, Dominic Tomasi, JT White, Stu Wilkins, and Bill Trula. Wisconsin's defensive line, Mike Thompson, Carlos Fowler, and Meneki, Chris Hine, Brian Jerkins, Lisa Burgess, and Ncaa. Scott Nelson, Jeff Messenger, Reggie Holt, and Kenny Gales for your defensive backs. Michigan can't believe it. Excited for our pass. Darrell Bevo, future Wisconsin coach, at quarterback, Brad Moss and Matt Montgomery were trying to run the ball. Lee Duramus, JC Dawkins, Mike Brown trying to catch the ball. Joe Panels, great tackle. Stu Stick, Corey Raymer, future NFL, Joe Rudolph and Michael Shiggin. Defensive line for the 47 Michigan Scott, Len Ford, Ralph Cohen, Al Wistard, and Ed McNeil. Dan Dworsky, Quinton Sickles, and Joe Sabowski from linebackers. Bob Elliott, Gene Durcutt, Dick Kempford, and Pete Elliott from defensive backs. They played 2 ways. Third and 3. who is at quarterback. 5 yards there. So it would be 33, so it's a 50-yard field goal. Double overtime. Wisconsin pulls off that 24-21. Michigan can't believe it. They were actually down 21-7 after 3 quarters. They had a run for 21-80 and touchdown to interception. Lost 116 yards by Clutch in 96. Elliott and Chapkus both had great running attacks. And almost got 100 yards each. But no! We just missed. And from Chapkus. So field goal, Wisconsin wins 24-21. A big win there. We have conferences there, right? East Carolina versus Bama. So the Alabama game involving East Carolina. There we go. 0-1 East Carolina versus 6-1 Alabama, 7-2. Yeah, they've had a couple of rainouts, so 7-2. So quarterback for the 6-1 Bama squad that won the national championship game. Mike Frankie, Bill Richardson, Ray Brucey, future Saskatchewan referee at Kenny Merker and Bill Otto trying to catch those balls. Bill Rice, Jeff Rutledge, Leroy Jordan, future Cowboy, Jimmy Wilson, and Billy Neighbors offensive line. ACU's defensive line, Ty Hunt, Chris Powell, and Bernard Williams. Four linebackers, Greg Murphy, John Williamson, Bernard Griffin, and Gilliam. Drums here, Anthony Adams, Travis Stevens, Bobby Cartier, your defensive backs. The only East Carolina squad won, I think, the GMAC Bowl or something like that. Some kind of bowl game. Who's with their East Carolina's pick? I know, 51 down. We'll have to wait and see how they're like. There's David Gerard, future Jaguar, quarterback. Ryan Henry, Arnold Townsend, running back. Derek Kelly and Marcus White, receivers.
Ryan With, Aaron Walker, Doug White, Corey Schmidt, and Brandon Pope are your offensive line. Bama defensive line, Tommy Parker, Bill Grace, Billy Neighbors, and Bill Battle, your defensive line. Mike Frankie, Jack Rutledge, and Leroy Jordan, linebackers. Frankie, future Bama coach, Tommy Parker. I think he was at the defensive side, or the Falcons, I think. There's Leroy Jordan from the Cowboys. Coach Wilson, Pat Trammell, Ray Busey, Tom Clark, and your defensive backs. Well, 35 to 7. Carolina will not be going to Alright, so that's that. What do we do here? How many more do we have? 3 more. Well, 4 more. Let's go to LA. Let's go Oregon and UCLA. Let's check it on those 2 schools in the Pac-10. Oregon 3-4, UCLA 6-1. Time for first place, UCLA. Try now. Doug Bradley at quarterback, Jim Decker, Kogo Davenport, Terry DeBay, your running backs, Rory Loud and Bob Ward are your receivers. Great UCLA spots in the 1950s. Jack Elena, Sam Goshen, John Peterson, Jim Salisbury, and Joe Ryan. Offensive line, Oregon's defensive line, Kenny Rowe, Brandon Bear, and Terrell Turner. Casey Matthews, Josh Kudus, Matt Pace Sainer, and Friday, your linebackers, Cliff Harris, John Boyd, Eddie Pleasant, and College Jackson, your defensive backs. 2010 Oregon, I think they went to the Rose Bowl, didn't they?
Deep bets.
And Oregon can't do this. Another day can't. Okay. Oregon leads to UCLA will at least keep their both for 100 yards running well on Oregon. Third way well for 100 yards himself. 145 yards passing for Thomas, 13 for 26, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Harris with a punt return for Oregon. Decker at pick 6. UCLA catch it. Alright, let's go to Clemson, Georgia Tech. Let's go to Georgia Tech. That game. Yeah, Clemson, Georgia Tech. GT. I think first game the ACC. Sean Jones, the quarterback for Georgia Tech, the 90s squad that won half the national championship. The 81 Clemson squad were the only national champion in Clemson history until 2015. Sean Jones at quarterback, William Brown, Stebbins, Burger will run the ball. Emmett Merchant, Bobby Rodriguez, and Anthony Racer are the receivers. Harold Jenkins, Jim Latham, Billy Chubbs, Joe Siegfried, Mike Jr., your offensive line. Clemson's defensive line, Andy Pettit, Dan Benesh, Jeff Bryan, Bill Smith, Jeff Davis, Danny Triplett, and Granberg, and linebackers, Hollis Hall, Tim Childress, Terry Kennard, and Anthony Rosen with defensive backs. Jordan, future coach of Clemson, Chip McSwain and Jeff McCall, your running backs, Perry Tuttle, future Argo, Jerry Gerlach, and Campbell Collier, your receivers, Wayne Annie, Brian Clark, Tony Hill, James Carter, and Matt Fisher, your offensive line, NT's defensive line, Jeremy McCurry, Kevin Battle, and Tony Rudolph. Jamal Williams, Kevin Tagle, future Tiger Cat, Michael Coleman, future NFL, and Mark Williams, your linebackers. Your defensive backs, Lloyd Clay, Thomas Bachman, Ken Swaney, and Keith Holmes. Jones 8 for 22, 9 for yards, 4 interceptions. That's what kills you. That's why you want to win. Homer Jordan 8 for 19, 138, touchdown, 2 interceptions. So Clemson trying to do everything in the power of the week, and that's it. In 2 more games. Okay, next game is in the SEC, Florida, Tennessee. Tennessee. 96 Florida against 98 Tennessee. So Tennessee trying to keep the SEC going. Danny Warfel at quarterback for Florida. Elijah Williams, Eugene Castle running the ball. Rydell Anthony, Ike Hilliard, Future Bucks, Buck and Giant, respectively, turning on and running the ball. Will Collins, Danny Young, Jeff Mitchell, Ryan College, Cooper Powell. That's the line. Tennessee's defensive line, Sean Ellis, Gordon Terry, Reinhard Thompson, Al Wilson, Eric Westmoreland, your linebackers, Wayne Goodrich, Dion Grant, Steve Johnson, and Fred White are your defensive backs. And both these teams, I think, won national titles in their respective years.
Right.
Team Ryan, the great quarterback, did his job. Travis Henry, future Bill, as long as Sean Bryson. And Pierce Price, future Bill, Cedric Wilson, John Finley, said receivers. That's a line. Jack Clifton, Casey Coleman, Eric Phillips, Spencer Riley, Mercedes Hamilton, and Jarvis Rialto. Florida's defensive line, Tim Bocek, Virgin Recruit at Chester, Anthony Mitchell, Mike Pearson, Johnny Rutledge, and James Bates and linebacker. February Shea Showers for Detroit and Anton Mott for defense. 5 yards. It's a flag. Defense?
Defense.
That's what usually happens.
First down.
Anthony and Dion Grant gets it. So Florida threw that game away. They should have just kept running the ball. It's the team.
First down.
There we go. 4th and 11. Now they got to go for a 43-yard goal to tie the game. Team Martin for 26, 2 4-yard touchdown. Norfolk 17 for 43, 39, 2 touchdowns, but 3 interceptions. Ugly. Right out 161 receiving. Wilson 137 receiving for Tennessee. Now they missed an extra point for them. Florida was up 27-12, and then they botched it. They went for 2. Well, they 2 went for 2, and then Florida botched it. And they had to win in their hip pocket, but they missed. So Tennessee we're gonna go to 7-1 on the year. Florida drops 4-5, and now we got Army Miami because, well, one of the 2 undefeated teams. Army had the ball but fumbled it, so Miami's got the ball at the 32. Ken Dorsey, future 9-rank quarterback. James Jackson and Ncaa Davenport, both future NFL running back. Santana Moss, future Jet and Skin. Reggie Wayne, future Colt, and Jeremy Shaw, future Giant. Great offensive line. Brian McKinney, Greg Leffer, Brett Robert, the Canadian for Windsor. Mark Bilby, team that's always your offensive line. Army's defensive line. Evan Falco, Al Rivets, Tex Coulter, Arby Cool. Bob St. Orange, Joe Sandwich, and John Green, and linebackers Max Meyer, Doug Hanna, Bobby Dowds, and Dale Hall, your defensive backs. So Miami, if they win, they are all eligible with room number 6. Army would like to keep their top 2 spots. So 3rd and 2. Starts at quarterback, Glenn Davis, Bobby Dowds, and Max Monroe start at running back. You'll see the other guy. You'll see Doug Fletcher. But he hasn't started. Edward Falco, Todd Haynes trying to run the ball and then catch the ball. Al Evans, Joe Stankiewicz, Rob St. Orange, John Green, and Tex Coulter are offensive line. Miami's defensive line, William Joseph, Curtis Green, Damon Willis, and Jerome Green. Chris Campbell, Dan Morgan, future Panther, and Clark linebackers. DBs, Phil Buchanan, future Raider, outplayed Ed Blue, future Raider, and Mike Owens. Army's stuck in their position. Let's clean them down. Yeah, both these teams are national titles. Field goal. I don't think they can make it. can't lose that team. They're running all over you. Dorsey 14 for 29, 118 for interceptions. Army wasn't that bad. They threw for 3 touchdowns. I thought Army would run well, but they threw for 3 touchdowns. They scored 7 touchdowns themselves, but 3 passing touchdowns by Army. That's great play. So Army is still undefeated. Now let's go to the other games. 80 Georgia at 500. Herschel Walker down in his job 24-21. Appalachian State gets ass whipped by the 1930 Irish. Arizona State beats Colorado in the Pac-12. Arkansas, my boys, with a gigantic win over the 63 Bulldogs. So nicely done. We got them. Ole Miss Auburn in the SEC. And it was the 60 Ole Miss squad. The battle of the 6-1s, Ole Miss with the win. So now they're first in the SEC. Chris Bino doing his job. Navy BYU. BYU with a big win over Navy. 3 field goals by Lee Johnson. Baylor with a shocking win. They're 2-7 now, beating the 32 Wolverines. Boise State with their 3rd win marks 2 touchdowns there. Out of the 0-7, so Toilet Bowl in the ACC sees Boston College become the best of it. Doug Flutie being the hero. Yeah, it's the Toilet Bowl. Miami of Ohio, giant win for them. They've got 5 wins. They are almost bowl eligible. Colorado State loses again to the 32 USC squad, who's now 7-1. Houston puts up 65 points, as they always do, putting up points on 97 Marshall. They're 3 for 4 touchdowns. They're close to being bowl eligible. Vanderbilt beats Kentucky 5-3 for the 48 squad. They're 1 win away from being bowl eligible. South Carolina LSU. South Carolina loses to the 58 Tigers. Tech with that shocking win over the 0-7 Tigers. So they finally win a game. Nicely done. Florida State, Maryland in the ACC. Sees Florida State pulled the win. 53 Maryland was trying to get bowl eligible, but they won't be. Florida State's now 1 win away from being bowl eligible. 50 Tennessee, they'll have to wait to be bowl eligible. They lose 17-6 to the 83 squad. Penn State, Michigan. Penn State, the 86 squad, now 7-1. That's a big one for them over the 97 Michigan squad. I think they play in the Sunday or something, right? I don't know where they play, but yeah. The 86 Penn State, they're 7-1. Middle Tennessee can't win a game. They lose to the 42 Bulldogs. Minnesota loses to 95 Nebraska, who are now 7-1 in the Big Ten. Minnesota can't do anything. The 34 squad loses to the 72 USC squad. So 34 Minnesota is not bowl eligible. In the Big 12, Missouri, a shocking win over the 2011 Cowboys to win that one. So that's a big win for them. Virginia beats North Carolina narrowly. So North Carolina was hoping to win number 7, but they lose to Virginia. 54 seconds left for the winning touchdown. In the MAC, Northern Illinois finally wins a game. They beat Kent. Iowa, Northwestern with the win. They've got their 3rd win of the year. Army, Notre Dame, 45-24. 45 Army with the win. 24 Notre Dame loses the game. So the 44 Army squad's the only undefeated team left. So 45 Army did them a favor. So that means that, yeah. Well, if 44 Army does lose, then we start all over again for a playoff and for all of that. The 49 Irish squad loses to State 29-13. Kansas State loses to 56 Oklahoma, who are now bowl eligible. Oregon State, big win over Cal, preventing Cal from being bowl eligible. Michigan State gets their ass whipped by the 94 Nittany Lions, who are now bowl eligible themselves. Rutgers loses to Pitt. Illinois, Purdue in the Big Ten. Sees Illinois now 4-4. Both teams are now 4-4. They beat Purdue. Tulane, Rice. Sees Rice with the win. They are now 1 win away from being bowl eligible. They crushed Tulane. San Diego State beats Nevada. They're 1 win away from being bowl eligible. West Virginia, Syracuse. Syracuse with the win. Both teams were looking for win number 6. And the 59 squad, the squad with Ernie Davis, the Express, will move on
to a bowl game. They have 6 wins. San Jose gets their butts handed to them by 38 TCU, who are now bowl eligible. San Jose has yet to win a game. Kansas loses to Tennessee, so the 38 Vols are now bowl eligible. Southern Miss gets their butts handed to them by the 05 Texas squad, who won their 7th game. 34 Alabama, big win for them. They're 5-4. They're now 1 win away from being bowl eligible. Texas Tech can't score. The 39 AM squad's now 7-1. Texas Tech yet to win. Toledo in the MAC loses 37-15, so the 69 OSU squad are still with 1 loss. Central Michigan in the MAC loses in overtime to Tulsa. So Tulsa is bowl eligible now. Central Michigan can't believe their luck, especially Tulsa. For UCF, the 98 squad losing to the 08 Gators, who are now bowl eligible. Stanford USC over in the Pac-12, Pac-10, Stanford with the big win. The 90-04 USC squad, their 7th win. Arizona, Utah. Arizona wins in the toilet bowl. Virginia Tech gets their butts handed them. They still can't win. But 70 Irish are now bowl eligible. The Apple Cup goes to Washington. 91 Washington now bowl eligible. They beat Washington State. And 66 Wyoming with the big win over 03 LSU. That's a huge win for Wyoming. So everyone's finished. Summary. Andre Ware, the best offensive player, for 384 yards. Well, it was the 4 touchdowns. Roethlisberger put up 437 yards passing for Miami of Ohio. Rushing, Tony Dorsett, 207 rushing yards for the 76 Panthers. Defensive MVP was Chase Thomas of 2010 Stanford, who had 3 sacks. But Mark, the back, had 4 for 69 Ohio State. Lots of people too there. Camp Wilson of Tulane is the special teams MVP for his kick returning. Yeah, I guess his kick returning. Chuck Levy. But yeah, his kick returning and all that. I mean, yeah. Wow, he had 3 kickoff returns for touchdowns, including one with 2:19 left against Central Michigan. Wow. How the hell do you do that? Give up 3 kick returns for touchdowns. The rankings, 44 Army, number 1. There are 5 teams with 1 loss ahead of next. 60 Ole Miss, 30 Notre Dame, 54 UCLA, 24 Notre Dame, and 81 Southern Miss battling it out. 45 Army and 56 Oklahoma, 2 losses, even though that 98 Tennessee, 39 A&M, and 66 Notre Dame are behind them at 7-1. 45 Army has 9 games. Everyone has given hand on 45 Army. 32 USC and 95 Nebraska, I see, have lost ones. How can you have a 3-loss Stanford team in the rankings? Weird. Now let's look at the standings. In the ACC, there's a 3-way tie. Based on head-to-head mark, the 90 Georgia Tech squad, number 1. 70 Notre Dame, number 2, because of division points. I don't think Notre Dame has bumped into North Carolina yet. So, yeah. So that's going to be something. 98 Virginia Tech and 72 NC State have to face each other because it's all conference games, and they're both winless. In the Big East, 24 Notre Dame has a half-game lead on 45 Army, who's lost twice. All that. So, yeah, Notre Dame doing their job. Conference USA, Southern Miss, the 81, Southern Miss 7-1. 61 Bama's 8-2. They have only 1 game left. They'll have to wait and see what happens. To the Pac-12, UCLA still has that 1 game lead, even though, they won. Washington and USC both tied for second, but strength of schedule, Washington has it. AKA, if that's the tiebreaker, that means the head-to-head mark is not there, so they haven't faced each other yet. SEC, 60 Ole Miss, 98 Tennessee are tied straight for schedule. Ole Miss and Tennessee still have to face each other, technically. So, that would be big. MAC, 3-way tie for the lead. 74 Oklahoma, 86 Penn State, 69 Ohio State. The interlopers to the conference, if you will. Oklahoma has beaten both Ohio State and Penn State. That's why those 2 teams have an L. And Penn State, on straight for schedule against Ohio State, they still haven't faced each other. But 74 Oklahoma technically has the lead. In the Big Ten, it's 95 Nebraska by a game. So, Big 12, 39 A&M leads by 1 over 3 teams. Oklahoma State technically has the best head-to-head mark. So, A&M there. Mountain West, 66 Notre Dame and 32 USC. Interlopers, both 7-1.
Notre Dame has the better strength of schedule record, but that technically means that they have not faced each other. And in the Sun Belt, Army's undefeated. 39 games, only one game back. So that's a tough thing. And I will have to keep my eyes open on what Week 9's matchups are going to be, because I have an idea for some schools, some conferences, but others I don't. I'll have to figure it out. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond to do